It's time for another edition of Legal Matters, and after you're in a car accident, there are many things you're supposed to do. Of course, the expert is here, David Greene with Greene Phillips, and let's talk about the first step.
First step is to make sure you seek medical treatment. Medical treatment is so important. Anytime that you have an accident, if there's damage to either vehicle, make sure you go to your doctor, to an urgent care, or to an ER. It's very important to do that. Today we have the urgent cares. They're very good physicians there. I highly recommend to go to an urgent care. You can walk right in and get right out of there quickly and make sure you're okay.
And you're talking about cases, if someone doesn't seek medical attention right away after their accident, they almost don't have a case.
That's exactly right. There can be a problem. We call that a gap in treatment. If you have the accident, you wait more than about 24 hours and you go 2 or 3 weeks down the road and say, gosh, my back's hurting, I need to go to the doctor. You go to the doctor, you get treatment, they say, well, yeah, it's probably related to the accident. Well, that really becomes a problem with your case with the other driver's insurance company. It could be a problem at trial if you try your case, because the jury's going to look at it and say, gosh, was he really hurt, was he not? If you're hurting after the accident, go get it documented. Very, very important. You must do that.
But also, as you mentioned, even down the road, you could face some type of symptoms months down the road.
Absolutely right. And if it's related to the accident, it could create a problem for your case, because if you wait 6 months down the road and you wake up and you can't hardly move, and you go to the doctor and the doctor says, what happened to you? Well, I was involved in a car wreck 6 months ago. Well, maybe they're not even sure it happened at the accident site. You need to document the fact that it occurred on a particular date, particular time in that accident, so you make sure the other driver's insurance company pays you for your damages.
And David, what sort of conditions are the doctors going to check for?
Well, they're going to check for whiplash. They're going to check for broken bones. That's probably the first thing. They're going to do some x-rays, check for whiplash, any type of other trauma, any type of other injuries that could occur. Like I said, broken bones are primarily a big problem. Whiplash is a really major area. That's called a soft tissue case. Lots of cases are soft tissue cases. And soft tissue cases, some people just are tough. And they say, I'm tough. I'm not going to the doctor. I'm fine. Well, they hurt at the scene, and then they wait a while, and boy, it can be a really big problem if they don't go.
So I guess the most important thing taking away from this segment is documentation if you're involved in an accident.
That is exactly right. You've got to document that it occurred on the date and time of the accident. So crucial. And really the most important thing is to make sure that you are okay. And if you're not okay, that's a really big problem.
And I mentioned in the beginning, you're one of the experts, and that's because you've handled plenty of cases like this here on the Gulf Coast.
That's right. Our firm has handled thousands of cases throughout the Gulf Coast, and actually throughout Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida, we handle cases. But we really focus, we're based here, we focus on cases here. We handled soft tissue cases, we handled wrongful death cases, any type of case that's personal injury, we can help you.
And David has talked about many of those subjects in our Legal Matters section under fox10tv.com. Look under the Studio 10 tab. He always has great advice. And David, always thank you so much for being here and helping out our viewers.
Thanks for inviting me.